Hey, I'm Chris Berman. Coming up on ESPN, strong-arm Terry Collins leads the charge in this one. The numbers have been down since that Super Bowl run a few years back, but expectations are high this time around. Denver, Oakland, it's go time. Terry.
The fans are finding their way to their seats, those who really own those seats, as we get set to begin this exciting game. Hi there, I'm Dan Stevens, and welcome to the Oakland Coliseum. With me, my good compadre, Peter O'Keefe. Peter, your thoughts on today's game?
Well, Dan, both teams have excellent safeties on the defensive end. The Broncos have a great group of safeties who mean business, whether it's pass coverage, run pursuit, or what have you. These guys flat out take care of business. The Raiders have a crew of safeties who can hit like a freight train. Big impacts are what these guys are all about, but they still do a good job of wrapping you up and making sure they bring you down. Both groups should factor heavily in the outcome today, but only one will go home with the W.
Okay, Peter, we'll see how they do once the game begins, but first, the toss of the coin.
I choose tails.
Tails.
Will receive.
Sebastian Janikowski kicking.
There's the signal, and we're ready.
It's time for Raider football.
Janikowski kicks it off to begin the game. Griffin fields it all the way back at the 2. Dragged down at the 29.
Quentin Griffin received that nice kick and a nice little run back after the catch. Good job.
The Broncos send their offense out on the field and will start this drive at their own 29-yard line. Smith goes in motion. Hurst has his number called on first down and maybe picks up one on the play.
Garrison Hurst didn't get very far on that last play, and he even had the help of some blocking. I guess the defense had their number.
Not much there. It'll be second down.
Got to take what you can get, Dan, but they were, hoping for more.
Sapp sacks him back at the 25.
The Raiders are one guy short on the line, but it turns out they don't need him. 3 is plenty to get the job done. Check it out. Ouch. Oh, they got through anyway. That is determination.
They forced that one backwards, and that's going to make this third down that much harder.
Yeah, they also make it easier on themselves by wiping out all of the potential short yardage plays they might face.
Third and long. Smith catches the hard throw and is at the 40, and he's stopped right there. That will bring up first down.
10. Ball of the Broncos, 41-yard line.
Smith goes in motion. Hurst will get the handoff and heads out right. Tackled at the 42.
Garrison Hurst used the blocking, but this stingy defense didn't give up much at all on that last play.
Second and 8. Ball of the Broncos, 42-yard line.
Hurst picks up a yard on the play, and that will bring up third down.
Garrison Hurst had blockers on his side on that last play, but the defense was too smart. It gave him nowhere to go.
Well, not much of a game there, and they will face third down.
Third and long, too, Dan. Big play coming up.
Third down, one man back. Manning rifles it out left side, and the reception is made past the markers for a first down.
First down, Broncos.
Mike Anderson.
First
You got
and
that
10.
power, baby.
Ball at the 47.
Anderson goes in motion. Sapp tackles him behind the line of scrimmage.
Warren Sapp targeted the ball carrier early and didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's his second tackle so far. Manning zings it to the right side, and the completion is good for 6. Let's go back and revisit that last tackle in the backfield. Great stop.
And I tell you what, Dan, Warren Sapp gets his motor running around July or August. Hey, he doesn't shut it off until February or so. This guy's intensity level has got to be second to none in the NFL today. And he just made another terrific play right there. Well, look at those numbers from last year. That is impressive.
Brayton makes a play on this and forces the incompletion. It'll be 4th down.
Tyler Brayton came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
Peter, the defense stood tall and forced the incompletion, but I don't understand that call. They wouldn't have gotten much at all, even if it was complete.
4th down either way, and in my opinion, too, a bad call.
Knorr takes the long snap and punts it away. The Raiders will start this drive at their own 20-yard line. Porter goes in motion. Wheatley will get the carry on 1st down and chews up about 4 on the play. Second down from the on.
Ball at the Raiders, 24-yard line.
Wheatley gets the call again and chews up about 4 on the play.
John Newman with the tackle. 3rd and 2. Ball at the Raiders, 28-yard line.
Mobley tips it away on the coverage, incomplete. That will bring up 4th down.
John Mobley came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
That was a fantastic job by the defense to stop what would have been a 1st down.
I love to see Big D on 3rd and short situations. 4th down, defenses love to hear that from the refs.
Leckler gets the snap and punts it away. Bailey catches it at the 37. Stopped at the 42.
Champ Bailey got swarmed by the kicking team before he got very far. That nice punt pretty much goes unanswered.
The Broncos had their last drive stall out at the end. We'll see if they can keep momentum throughout this one, which starts at their 42-yard line. Hurst takes it for his 5th carry and ends up losing about 3.
Rod Woodson targeted the ball carrier early and didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
They put a stop to this play behind the line of scrimmage. Pretty good call by the defensive coordinator.
Agreed, Dan. They had it all locked up there.
That will bring up 2nd down. That will end the 1st quarter, and it's still a scoreless game. This one out to the left, and it's tipped. Incomplete. Let's go back and revisit that last tackle in the backfield. Great stop.
Yeah, and Ron Woodson's been at this long enough to make plays like this in his sleep, Dan. One of only 2 active members of the NFL's 75th anniversary All-Pro team. This guy can start working on his speech for Canton, that's for sure.
Watts goes in motion. No dice, and it falls incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Brianda's loop looked like he had a solid catch there, and yet somehow he found a way to drop it.
Peter, in third down situations, they have not been successful at all with the pass. This play was more proof.
Boy, third is such a crucial down, Dan. And when you don't convert, it really hurts.
Knorr gets the ball and punts it away. Buchanan fields the punt at the 23. Brought down at the 25.
Philip Buchanan got swarmed by the kicking team before he got very far. That nice punt pretty much goes unanswered.
The Raiders stalled early last drive, and we'll have to wait and see what happens here. They'll start at their own 25-yard line.
4 receivers line up as the defense settles into a nickel package.
Rice mishandles this one and drops it incomplete.
Jerry Rice had that ball in his hands on that play, and then he just dropped it.
The incompletions keep piling up, and even here in the second quarter, it doesn't seem to be improving.
Not at all. They're just not getting it together. The timing, the routes, the protection, nothing.
Gannon throws a heater as the reception's made at the 39. Chased down at the 42. First down. First down, 2 receivers to the left. Porter goes in motion. Wheatley dodges this one way out right and shoots forward for 9 yards.
Barry Sims cleared a path for the ball carrier on that last play. Great job by the O-line.
Peter, what a nice pickup to get them into a second and short situation.
Yeah, great play, and now they have a bunch of options on what to try next.
Wheatley loses one on the play, and that brings up third down.
Luther Ellis targeted the ball carrier early and didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
They managed to hold them behind the line of scrimmage, but they have another shot at it coming up.
Third and short. Let's see if they can come up with another big stand.
Wheatley makes it for his 5th carry, and
Okay, bring him out. Bring him out. Bring out the chains.
First, baby, no first. No first, baby, no first.
Yeah, baby, that's how we get it.
first down, 10 yards to go.
Ball at the 48-yard line.
Lucy. Stay back.
Gannon throws a lob here, and it's intercepted. Tackled at the 43.
What are you watching?
Oh, check out this replay, Dan. Watch the focus here.
He's got it, and I must say that was some clever maneuvering to get into a position where he could pick it off.
You can't coach instincts like that.
Boy, that was a heads-up play to come away with his first interception of the game.
Yeah, you got to love D like that.
The Broncos are going to try and capitalize on the interception. They'll start this drive at their 43-yard line. Smith didn't haul that one in, and it falls incomplete.
Denard Walker shadowed the slant route back there and kept the receiver from making the catch. Incomplete pass.
The defense stood up to that play and shuts down what would be a minimal gain anyway. It'll be second down. Weaver goes in motion. First, has his number called on second down and picks up a couple. Third down, empty backfield. Smith catches it over the middle, and they get the first on third and long.
First and 10. Ball at the 39.
Check him.
Manning fires Fires this one over the middle, and it is not reeled in. Incomplete.
Jed Weaver tried to snag that one across the middle, but doesn't happen.
That falls incomplete, but it would have been a minimal gain had they completed it anyway. Second down with the tight end right.
Ball 39.
Peyton Manning tried to make something happen back there, but nothing doing.
Well, not much of a gain there, and they will face third down.
Third and long, too, then. Big play coming up.
Smith goes in motion. Manning throws this on a rope, and this one is incomplete.
Ashley Lee had that ball in his hands on that play, and then he just dropped it.
That's his first drop, and it is not often you see that from him.
No, normally he's pretty sure-handed there.
Fourth down, and the field goal unit is on the field. Elam kicks this one from 56 yards out, and it's no good, short of the goalposts.
Jason Elam is visibly unhappy with himself after missing this long field goal. Watch this. Well, he'll want to redeem himself after that. The question is, will his coach trust him with another long one next time?
The Raiders have been locked in a defensive struggle so far. They will start this drive at their 47-yard line. Gannon throws it deep down the left sideline, and it's intercepted.
I'm coming down.
Kelly Herndon knew exactly where the ball was going on that last play, thanks to some great single zone coverage. His positioning got him the interception.
Well, that's their second interception of the game, and stingy is appearing to be the motto for their defense.
Yeah, either that or give me the ball.
The Broncos could take the lead before halftime as their offense will start at their own 26-yard line. The Lee reels in the football and gets past the markers for a first down.
Peyton Manning makes a terrific completion in double coverage here. Wow, now that is one confident QB.
And Peter, that play doesn't get off the ground unless he runs a very precise route.
And he had to beat his man. Couple of the best banging heads there.
Manning fires this one over the middle, and the Broncos take their first timeout. First down, 3 wideouts in the game.
Ball up the 46-yard line.
They couldn't connect on this one. Incomplete.
Ashley Lee had that ball in his hands on that play, and then he just dropped it.
That's 2 drops by one of the more sure-handed receivers in the game.
Wow, it's not often you see him out of sync like this.
Ball up the 46-yard line.
Manning rifles it out left side, and they can't connect. Incomplete. Third down, and 5 wide receivers take the field. Lee hauls it in right side and tries to get free. Tackled, and the clock will continue to run. Love was in on the tackle. That will bring up fourth down. Fourth down, 2 yards to go. Elam launches the 55-yard attempt, and it's no good, short of the goalposts.
Matt Mouth had to use a butterfly net to bring the high snap down. Watch him adjust here. And he got the kick off, but that's no good. I got to think the bad snap was a factor.
The kick's no good, and they would have taken the lead there if it had been good.
Would have been a nice way to end the half, but it's still really anybody's game.
The Raiders offense takes the field with the clock at 10. first timeout.
You know, if I block it, I'm running it back, baby.
Janikowski boots it from 50 yards out, and he misses this one way off to the left.
Sebastian Janikowski puts everything he has behind this kick, but it just doesn't happen for him.
In all fairness, that's a pretty long kick. In fact, it's so far away, he may not even realize he missed it yet.
You know, Dan, it may be time to get that prescription updated. They're doing amazing things with trifocals these days.
Watch it there, young fella. That will end the second quarter, and it's still a scoreless game. And now let's send you to Chris Berman in our studios in Bristol for the ESPN Halftime Report. Boomer?
All right, Dan, we'll get back to you in a bit. But welcome, everybody, to the ESPN Halftime Show. I'm Chris Berman. Now we'll look at our halftime comparison. And as you can see, total yards definitely tell the story thus far. The Broncos should be way ahead on the scoreboard, but somehow they've let their opponent hang with them. Let's see if they can change things in the second half. Let's get started on this one early in the first quarter. Peyton Manning would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. Raiders now early in the second quarter. The Raiders on offense at the 49-yard line. Nick Ferguson was in the right place at the right time, as his interception was a possible momentum shifter. The Broncos, after getting an interception, Peyton Manning connected with his man on this one. Raiders late in the second quarter. Kelly Herndon shows some great awareness here as he gets himself into position to pick this one off. Peyton Manning would find his target on this one. A 15-yard play that set up a Bronco field goal, but they couldn't connect. The Raiders back on offense after a missed field goal. Rich Loose Gannon connected with his man on this one. A 21-yard play that set up a Raider field goal, but they couldn't connect. And that's where we'll leave this one. Raiders aren't able to get on the board, and it's a scoreless game. Today's halftime hero has turned in an incredible performance thus far. Rod Smith has played outstanding. So that'll do it from here. Let's send you back out now to Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe. Dan?
Thanks, Chris. And today's game has been presented in ESPN Game Sound, designed and developed in collaboration with Dolby, the leader in surround sound technology. The Raiders will have the ball first to start the second half, and maybe we'll finally see a score in this one. Nothing but a couple of goose eggs on the board. Now, let's get to the game. Francis decides to take it out of the end zone. Dragged down at the 17. Peter, interesting order to the division, isn't there?
Oh, you bet.
Susie Culver is down on the field and has some information for us. Susie?
Thank you, Dan. Head coach Norv Turner definitely seemed frustrated when I spoke to him at halftime. He said, "We've just got to put some points on the board. Our defense has been doing all right, but offensively, we just haven't been able to get it done." He said, "Their plan is to make some adjustments in the next half, and we'll see how it works out." Back to you.
Thanks, Susie. Gannon throws a bullet, and it's intercepted.
Al Wilson knows he doesn't have a shot at it unless he jumps for it. And man, he timed it perfectly. Could give his receivers a few tips about midair receptions.
That's their third interception of the game. And Peter, the D is homing in on the passing game.
Yeah, tough play. I love it.
The Broncos will start this drive all the way down at the 20-yard line. Buchanan makes a play on this and forces the incompletion.
Philip Buchanan got himself in prime position to bat away that football before the receiver even had a shot at it.
That is their fourth batted ball. Tell you, we've seen a number of good defensive plays from this squad.
We sure have. We'll see if they can keep it up, though.
Manning zigs it to the right side, and the completion is good for 6.
Darius Watts plays man-to-man to man-to-man. With 3 defenders, still makes the catch. What a player.
They move the ball, and that'll bring up third down. Third down, 2 tight ends in the game. Smith gets the sack at the 16. It'll be 4th down.
Travian Smith comes in untouched on this play and just wallops the quarterback. Hey, where was the O-line, Dan? Did they just give up? Oh, that quarterback's going to be pointing fingers on that one.
That'll be his first sack of the game.
Look at this. Too many misses. Oh, that hurts.
Elam kicks it from 33 yards. They take the lead.
Jason Elam gets the field goal, but watch how close the ball gets to the upright. Man, a few more inches and he'd have made the highlight reel. Not the way he would have wanted to, though.
Jason Elam kicking off for
The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Elam booms a beauty here. Zeraway decides to take it out of the end zone. Brought down at the 22. Well, Peter, some interesting information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. Well, the numbers aren't impressive here, but they can take heart that a single score will change the whole game. They need to put a drive together and make something happen. Amos Zeraway took it out of the end zone, and while it may have been a little risky, he gets out close to the 20, so it all comes out in the wash on that play.
The Raiders were intercepted last time out. We'll see what happens here. We'll start at their own 22-yard line. Gannon just rifles this one, and the catch is made well past the markers for a first down.
Jerry Porter is in man-to-man coverage on this play and makes the most of it. Let's take a look. Oh, that's a great catch. That guy has real skills.
Definitely a slow start, but he's finally got a completion, and maybe now, Peter, he has time to make his mark on the game.
Well, where was he in the first half, Dan? Because I didn't notice him on the field at all.
Wheatley punches this one left of center and takes it upfield. Eventually shoved out at the 43. It will be first down.
John Lynch finally makes the play, but not in time. Let's have another look. Oh, yeah, gave up a lot of yards before forcing him out of bounds.
That's his third tackle of the game. Wheatley picks up about 2, and that brings up second down. Second down, tight end to the left.
Ball for 41.
Herndon tips it away on the coverage, incomplete.
Kelly Herndon with the deflection.
Rich Gannon has had difficulties, to say the least, and now he's second-guessing everything he's thrown. Terrible day. So far, he's struggled to get 52 yards and 3 interceptions.
Third and 7. Ball for 41.
Gannon zings it to the right side, and it's intercepted. Tackled at the 43.
Kelly Herndon has great presence of mind to react to the pass and make the interception.
He turned upfield hoping that he could add some positive yards to the play.
Yeah, he gets a little, but that pickoff was most important.
Peter, you couldn't ask for more from him today. He has done his part.
And then some. So far, he's got 2 interceptions.
The Broncos offense takes the field, and they will start at their 43-yard line. Lally goes in motion. Smith didn't haul that one in, and it falls incomplete.
Rod Smith had some room on the fringes there, but couldn't reel in the pass.
Potential for some nice yards, but it falls incomplete. That will bring up second down. Second down, 2 wideouts on the field.
43-yard line.
Hurst picks up about 2, and that brings up third down.
Let's stand tall. Let's finish this up.
Love makes a play on this one and forces the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
Clarence Love couldn't have read that play any better if it was tattooed on the inside of his helmet.
They have really gotten after the ball as a team today. That is their 5th batted ball.
Nice, aggressive D.
Knorr lines up to punt after the 3 and out. Knorr takes the snap and punts it away. Buchanan fields it at the 17. Stopped at the 20.
Philip Buchanan got swarmed by the kicking team before he got very far. That nice punt pretty much goes unanswered.
The Raiders have turned the ball over the past 2 times out. They need to hold on to it as they start this drive at their own 20-yard line. Rice goes in motion. Wheatley gets the ball and runs into traffic. Tackled at the 20.
The ball carrier, Trevor Price with the tackle.
Hey, Wheatley.
Second and
Why y'all
9.
making you go back?
Ball off the Raiders, 20-yard line.
Gannon throws a heater, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Kelly Herndon swatted that one away cleanly. The receiver didn't have a prayer in getting that one.
On second down, they try for the first, but it's played well by the defense. That will bring up third down.
Nice pressure that
Third
time.
and 9. Ball off the Raiders, 20-yard line.
Wall tips it away on the coverage. Incomplete. That will bring up fourth down.
Lenny Walls came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
Well, the D holds tight on third and long and forces an incompletion. That was a good call by the defensive coordinator.
Oh, it sure was. Perfect D for that situation.
And it will bring up fourth down. Leckler lines up deep in his own territory to punt it away. Leckler takes the long snap and punts it away. Bailey fields the punt at the 41. Ground to a halt at the 48.
Champ Bailey racked up a few yards on the run back there, whittling down the size of the punt a little bit.
The Broncos offense takes the field, and they are already halfway there. They'll start at the 48-yard line. Intercepted. Stopped at the 41.
Tyler Brayton snags it. He has some help here covering the zone, so that frees him up to analyze the play.
And it gives him the chance to go for the pass, knowing he's not the only defense in the zone.
Well, that's why most quarterbacks won't throw into a two-man zone.
Boy, that was a heads-up play to come away with his first interception of the game.
Yeah, you got to love D like that.
The Raiders' offense has taken the field, and they have been having a very tough time passing the ball. They have another opportunity here as they start off at their 41-yard line. Gannon rifles it out left side, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Al Wilson came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
A nice defensive play will give him his second batted ball of the game.
Yeah, great read there.
Second down with the tight end right. Porter catches the bullet out left and gets past the markers for a first down. Porter goes in motion. Gannon throws a heater right sideline, and it's intercepted.
Well, it's all about getting in position to make the grab, and watch here. Oh, that's perfect position.
And, you know, with that interception, he's up to 6 on the year. He's not making it easy on any quarterback out there.
Yeah, that's why you'll see balls go to the other side of the field. He's that good.
The Broncos are going to try and capitalize on the interception. They'll start this drive at their 43-yard line. Hurst picks up about 2, and that will bring up second down. Second down, both wideouts to the right. Hurst gets the call again and searches for a hole. Sapp makes the hit in the backfield at the 44. And that'll do it for the third quarter. The Broncos with a small lead, 3-0. The first on 3rd and long.
Ashley Lally reels in the pass despite nearly getting squeezed by 2 defenders.
There's the catch and the double coverage. They really didn't faze him there.
Maybe they ought to send in a third.
I'm sure he's glad to finally make a completion, considering he's already dropped 2 today. Manning passes this one all the way downfield, and it's caught for a touchdown.
Check it out. Yeah. Man, so look at that, man. I gotta get my head right.
Ashley Lally shows his coverage man the finer points of pass patterns, namely, get away from me. I have the ball to catch.
He really beat his man. That was bad coverage.
Yeah, he's just a great receiver, though. He knew where he had to be, and he was there.
He gets the touchdown, Peter, and that was a very nice play.
Definitely.
Now the extra point, and it's good. The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Elam kicks this one away. Zeraway decides to take it out of the end zone. Tackled at the 26.
Amos Zeraway got out close to the 20 on that one, so his decision to take it out of the end zone didn't really pay off, but it didn't really hurt him either.
The Raiders have had some trouble moving the ball recently. We'll see what they do on this drive as they start at their own 26-yard line. Rice brings down the lob left side, and he's got the first down and a whole lot more. First down, 1 man back. Gannon fires this one over the middle, and it's knocked away from the receiver, incomplete.
John Mobley closed in from the zone and forced the incompletion.
Potential for some nice yards, but the defense plays it tough. That will bring up second down.
Second and 10. Ball at the 45.
Ferguson makes a play on this and forces the incompletion.
With the deflection.
Rich Gannon is really struggling out there today. As you can see by the numbers, it's all bad. Up to now, he's got 94 yards and 5 interceptions.
Is that all you got,
Third and 10.
Pick it up. Pick it up.
Gannon zips it to the left sideline, and it's off. Incomplete.
Pass interference, number 25, defense.
The ball is placed at the spot of the foul.
Nick Ferguson slapped around the receiver way too much on that play, and the ref let him know it with a flag for pass interference.
First down, 10 yards to go.
Ball 38 yards.
Rice makes the catch on the right sideline, and he's got the first down and a whole lot more.
First and 10. Ball 17.
Bring it this way, Rice.
Second and 6. Ball 13.
Wheatley takes his 10th carry of the game and will lose about a yard here.
Third and 6. Ball 14-yard line.
Gannon just rifles this one, and it's not the one, and he's stopped right there. It'll be first and goal.
First and goal. Ball of the 1.
Wheatley carries it off right tackle and gets in for the score.
Is some football player. Watch the extra effort on this one, Dan. Oh, that dive was really sensational. He made a good play into a great play.
Peter, that will put a touchdown in his stat column.
And that's always nice to have, Dan. So far, he's got 44 yards and 1 touchdown.
Now the point after, and it's good. There's the signal, and we're ready. Janikowski kicks it off. Luke fields the kickoff at the 1. Tackled at the 27. Well, Peter, some interesting information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. How they turned the ball over leaps out at me, and you have to think that that could come back to haunt them. Turnovers are the most telling stat in the NFL. Triandus Luke got a very respectable return off that nice kickoff there, Dan.
The Broncos offense takes the field with time winding down. They'll start at their own 27-yard line. Hurst gets the call on first down and will end up losing a couple.
Garrison Hurst just hasn't gotten into a groove and isn't finding running room anywhere. This has been tough, and he's struggled to get 1 yard on 10 carries.
Hurst bulldozes right of center and gains about 3 yards. Third down. The clock is stopped at 2 minutes. Rips him down. The Raiders take their first time out. Nord lines up for the punt. Nord takes the snap and punts it away. Buchanan takes it at the 36. Brought down at the 44.
Philip Buchanan did a nice job getting some yards after fielding the solid punt.
The Raiders will start this drive near midfield with the clock at 1:48. Gannon throws a bullet it to the flat, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Champ Bailey came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
Another batted ball, and they have been attacking the pass every chance they get.
That's right, Dan. You know, why simply defend the pass when you can obliterate it?
Second down and 4 wideouts in the game. Brown grabs the bullet, and he's got the first. The clock continues to tick down.
Jim Brown took on triple coverage and came away with a phenomenal catch.
I'm glad he finally nabbed one because he's had a string of missed catches before this.
Yeah, his quarterback obviously didn't lose faith in him, though, Dan, because he's kept throwing it his way.
Wheatley carries it past scrimmage, and he's stopped. The clock continues to run.
25 with the tackle.
Second down, just a single receiver on the field. Wheatley picks up about 2, and the clock will continue to run.
Third and 1. Ball at 37.
Gannon fires this one over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Jerry Porter was the intended receiver. Al Wilson with the coverage. Sebastian
Fourth down, and the field goal unit is on the field.
Shane Lechner holding.
Janikowski launches the 54-yard attempt, and this one is up and in.
Sebastian Janikowski really gets the whole ball here, and he needed it. Watch. That's a powerful kick for 3 points, my friend. When he needs to, he can boot that thing.
They stay in this game thanks to that field goal. It's all tied up now.
Ooh, this is getting good.
There's the signal, and we're ready. Janikowski rockets this one deep. Luke decides to take it out of the end zone. Dragged down at the 20.
Triandus Luke got out close to the 20 on that one, so his decision to take it out of the end zone didn't really pay off, but it didn't really hurt him either.
The Broncos will start this drive deep in their own territory with the clock at 31. This one will fall incomplete.
Peyton Manning has had a number of pass attempts. We've seen that his guys are out there running their routes and trying to make plays. He would like to do a little bit more, however. So far, he's got 146 yards and 1 touchdown.
Second down. The clock is stopped at 27.
Broncos 20-yard line.
Manning zings it to the right side, and it falls incomplete. Third down, empty backfield. No dice, and it falls incomplete. It'll be fourth down. Nor lines up to punt after the 3 and out. Nor gets the ball and punts it away. Buchanan fields the punt at the 46. Stopped at the 45.
Philip Buchanan had no trouble getting a few back after that very disappointing punt. Nice opportunity for this offense.
The Raiders will start this drive near midfield with the clock at 12. Rice snags. The Raiders will take a timeout. That's their second.
No three.
Janikowski with the 45-yard attempt and has it sailed just left of the upright.
Sebastian Janikowski misses the field goal here. Let's watch this again. Yep, it's just a little bit to the side of the upright, but close only counts in horseshoes.
Oh, my, Peter. That was a big miss. He had the chance to take the lead late in the game.
That was a huge miss.
All right, then, huge miss. It was large. The Broncos start this drive of the game from well in their own territory, and the clock at 3. Walker makes a play on this and forces the incompletion. So that'll do it for regulation time. We're going to need overtime to decide a winner in this one.
It's heads. Jason Elam kicking off for
The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Elam kicks it off to begin overtime. Francis decides to take it out of the end zone. Brought down at the 21.
Carlos Francis got out close to the 20 on that one, so his decision to take it out of the end zone didn't really pay off, but it didn't really hurt him either.
The Raiders stalled early last drive, and we'll have to wait and see what happens here. They'll start at their own 21-yard line. Porter goes in motion. Wheatley gets the handoff and gets past the line. No one in front of him. Finally gets out of bounds at the 49. That will bring up first down.
Tyrone Wheatley makes a great play here, picks up some huge yards, takes it to the outside, then eventually runs out of bounds. Check it out. Nice play. He got what he needed, and then he headed for the sidelines.
A well-designed play there, Peter, and they will move the chains.
And let me tell you, Dan, hearing those chains move is one of the best sounds in the game for an offense. Look at the numbers generated on the ground. That is impressive.
Gannon throws a heater right sideline, and it's intercepted. And touchdown.
Champ Bailey picks off the ball, and he's going all the way. Nobody can stop him. Man, I hope his mom's got the VCR going.
Yet another interception for this defense, and they're making passing just about impossible so far.
Absolutely. Great reads, great jumps on the ball, great athletes. It's all happening down there.
And that is going to do it for this one. The Broncos come out on top 16-10. For my partner, Peter O'Keefe, this is Dan Stevens saying goodbye until next time.
All right, gang. Great work as always. And with that, we welcome everybody back to the ESPN studios for our ESPN Video Games postgame show. I'm Chris Berman. The Broncos stepped it up for sure, putting up some good numbers. Let's start this on the first play from scrimmage in the second half. Al Wilson would come up with the big play to kill a drive as he was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. After driving 4 yards on 3 plays, Jason Elam sets up with a little chip shot, and this one is no problem to connect on the field goal. Raiders trailing by 3. Kelly Herndon is reading the quarterback's eyes all the way as he's able to get his hands on this one and pick it off. The Broncos on defense, Tyler Brayton was in the right place at the right time, as his interception was a possible momentum shifter. Broncos winning 3-0. Champ Bailey would come up with the big play to kill a drive as he was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. The Broncos, after getting an interception, the Broncos in control at the 31-yard line. Peyton Manning is back to throw. This is nothing more than a little pitch and catch with his wide receiver. A 30-yard touchdown for the Broncos. The Raiders trying to answer back. Raiders down by 10. Rich Loose Gannon would find his target on this one. They climb back into the game, now down by 3. The Raiders again have it. Sebastian Janikowski would be summoned for the long field goal try. His kick would be right through. A 55-yard field goal. Game tied 10-all. Rich Loose Gannon would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. Ball at the midfield stripe. Champ Bailey would seal this one in overtime as the defensive unit comes up big, forcing the turnover and allowing him to waltz into the end zone for the game winner. Touchdown for the Broncos. And that's where we'll leave this one. Broncos edge out a win 16-10. Now let's check in with our player of the game, a guy who made one big-time catch after another to help seal the win for his team. Ashley Lilly is standing by with our Susie Colbert. Susie?
Thank you, Chris. You played great today. You may have the ingredient your team needed to pull out a win here. What do you think was vital to your team's success today?
Frankly, I thought we really performed well on offense. We ran our plays cleanly, and everybody did their part. We managed to rack up yards and points as a result. All in all, it was a pretty good game for us.
Back to you, Chris.
Well, that just about does it. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next time here on ESPN, celebrating 25 years as the worldwide leader in sports. I'm Chris Berman. So long.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Chris Berman. Well, let's get straight to the action. In our first game this week, we had the Buccaneers end up on the right side of an 11-point game. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Browns pick up their third win of the season. Tony Gonzalez had a stellar game, but all said and done, his performance wasn't enough to lift his team to a victory. Rod Gardner had over 50 yards receiving and helped his Redskins beat the Bears. Broncos, Raiders. Redskins. Champ Bailey was able to step in front of this pass and pick one off, but he wasn't done there. The Broncos go on to win this by the final score of 16-10. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris. Let's switch gears and talk about players that'll have new homes in the National Football League, as free agency continues to play such a huge role in determining a team's makeup. Craig Nall is going to find himself with a new club, and he'll be in a new tax bracket, too. 4 years, $1.6 million. This guy will also have a new address for a while as he signs a 4-year contract with the Broncos.
Up in historical New England, we had the Patriots stroll away with a 14-point win. Up at Giant Stadium, we had the Jets lose by a wide 15-point margin. The Eagles' defense held their opponents to under 150 passing yards in their win at Lincoln Financial Field. The Vikings won on the road and will now head home to meet the Titans. Nick Cady had a stellar game, but all said and done, his performance wasn't enough to lift his team to a victory. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Bills pick up their third win of the season. Derek Mason had over 50 yards receiving and helped his Titans beat the Texans. Down in Dallas, in the Lone Star State, we had the Cowboys get sent away with a 7-point loss. And in our final game, we had the Packers come away victorious.
All right, Chris, thanks. In front of you, we've got the AFC Infirmary Report. And as you can see, they were hit hard this week. Casey Wegman won't see action for a while, so this offense is going to have to make do without him. He'll be out for the rest of the regular season. There's a chance, however, they'll get him back for the playoffs. In front of you, we've got the NFC list. And as you can see, they could form their own mash unit. Marvin Jones might be the biggest loss on this list. He'll be out for the rest of the regular season. There's a chance, however, they'll get him back for the playoffs. So that'll do it for now. Boomer, back to you.
So another week in the books here on ESPN, but what do you say we hand out a few game balls before we go? Here's my primetime players. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.